More worthless mercs! You're late! You're nearly at the front immediately! Check in with Morden Lieutenant Gerrand at the tower! Now get moving!
I've had a bad feeling about this ever since we left Armonlu. There's something... I don't trust these Morden.
Took you long enough, Worm! The other mercs are at the front lines already! The Temple of the Coast must be taken by nightfall!
Wait. I have a bad feeling about this. My medallion feels heavy, as if it's trying to tell me not to move.
You aren't being paid to stand around! Get moving! Now! Those filthy dryads are summoning another shell! You mercs, get in there and destroy that thing!
Those must be the Bracken we learned about as children! Let's take them out!
I have that traitorous fiend in my sights. I could, but why does my heart stay my hand? Perhaps there is more at play here than I can tell for the moment. There's something about this one.
Did you see that elf? I recognized him. It was Amron. I know that he is much talked about in Drudwin's tavern back home. He's rarely seen, but his deeds, real or imagined, are discussed there with enthusiasm. I would be interested in finding that out myself.
Took you long enough, Worm! The temple is through the cave!
Stop a moment. My medallion. I know how you feel about it, but I just can't shake this feeling that something is going to happen. The closer we get to the temple, the stronger I feel it. I look forward to that. But for now, I want you to take my medallion. Please, it's important to me. More than you know. Just promise that you won't ever let Voldus take it.
Get moving, Worm! You mercs are late! Get to the temple now!
Congratulations, Voldus. We have completed our task. When can we expect our pay? Look out!
What do you want? What? Oh, you're one of the new ones. We pulled you out from underneath the body of a blue-haired elf and brought you here to the town of Irulan. You're to be kept behind bars until we figure out what to do with you. Warden Celia's in charge here, and what's to be done with you is up to her. If I were you, I would keep my head down and learn to be respectful before she finds you making demands. You wear the ring of submission to hold you in check. All prisoners must wear it. Hush, here comes the warden now.
Blasted dryads! Quickly, Orem, while she's talking to that elf. Now's your chance.
Foul creature. I warned him what would happen if he attempted to harm a dryad. There can be no hope for these types.
Do not be so hasty, Celia. Some of these prisoners have roles to play yet. I have seen it. This poor soul here, for example. I know this one can be trusted.
I do not know, Amron. Given arms, that mercenary could well kill us all. The entire village is endangered.
As a personal favor to me, please give this prisoner a chance.
As you wish, my friend. I hope you are able to find that which you seek.
Namare, Melonomin. Till next we meet.
Amron the elf seems to trust you. I trust only the ring of submission around your neck, prisoner. Our troops found you on the battlefield. You are lucky they found you alive, unlike the blue-haired elf. You were fighting on the side of Valdis. You are an enemy to the Dryads of Irulan. Your friend is of no matter to me, and your medallion will remain property of Irulan until you show where your loyalties lie. He can afford to. That monster razed our shrine to the ground and helped himself to our treasures. He grows richer by the day, as do soulless mercenaries like you. Thanks to you and your employer, my village is stripped bare. The Aegis of life is gone. But for some reason, Amron asked that you be treated mercifully. I have a task for you. Go to the weaponsmith at the blacksmith shop. She has spared some sharpening stones for our warriors. Get them, and take them to the Dryad outpost just outside the north gate of town. No, the Temple of the Coast held the Aegis of Life, a powerful relic from the First Age. This artifact gave us all the protection we needed. Now the Aegis is gone, stolen by Valdis. Tell me, prisoner, what does he mean to do with it? Valdis is growing stronger by the day, as is his army. The Morden mean to destroy our outposts, and then us. Enough, prisoner! Go get the sharpening stones from the weaponsmith, and take them to the outpost in the northern jungle. If you do well, I might reward you. Be thankful Amron spoke up for you. Take my advice, prisoner, and avoid the animals of the jungle. One bite from them, and you'll be riddled with the plague. Now go, and don't make me regret granting Amron's favor.
There are creatures that carry the plague right outside the town gates. You will not even reach the outpost without being able to defend yourself. Take this equipment. It may not be the same as your old things, but it will give you some chance at least. There you are, prisoner. Come along. I am to take you to the outpost. It is just ahead.
Help us! We're free! Thank you!
Jirani? What happened here?
Celia, what a surprise to see you here. Look, the prisoner just saved us.
I came here to make sure this one followed my orders. Saved you? How is it I see the escort I sent lying here dead?
Don't be too harsh, Celia. Jera was overwhelmed. There was nothing the prisoner could have done to save her.
Too harsh? There is no such thing. not for one who murdered our people and defiled our shrine.
I have looked into this one's eyes, sister. All I see is a haunting remorse. We are not the only ones who have lost souls dear to us in this war. This prisoner saved our lives.
Is it true what Kirani says? Did you defeat those Morden? Some of the sisters seem to think that you deserve your freedom. I don't think so highly. But perhaps I could be yet convinced. The Morden know we've suffered a devastating blow. They smell blood. Kirani tells me they are erecting towers around this village and taking over all of our outposts.
It's only a matter of time before they lay siege to our homes and destroy us all. Valdis plans to march to power over the bones of our people.
Burn those towers to the ground, and you'll save our lives. And yours. I'll consider it done when I see the smoke in the air.
Here's the outpost gate key and some basic gear.
And here is the stone that will allow you to use the teleporters to return to Ireland. Do well, and I'll consider granting you your freedom. I might even give you back your gear and that cheap medallion. So it seems you hold dear things other than a sack of coins. You are more than meets the eye, prisoner.
Good luck.
See that those towers fall, every last one of them. Come, Kirani. We must return to the prisoner ward. We have much to discuss.
Oh! Who's this? I remember you. How did you make it out alive? I had not thought any of you mercs survived. A shame. We were looking forward to killing you. Go through this gate and report to the tower up ahead. The password is Chaba. Welcome back, brother. Password. That is indeed the password. The password for kill the filthy mercenary! Die, traitor!
I would have died by nightfall had you not arrived. You have my thanks, stranger. Who are you? You? A follower of Valdis? I cannot believe that a servant of that merciless tyrant would have acted so bravely. Valdis is driving his forces hard. I overheard the Morden complaining of his ruthless demands. He never tires, never rests, and he expects the same from his servants. It hasn't rained in a while. The wood's sure to be dry. If you could make a torch, it would burn beautifully. But watch out. I saw them loading explosives inside. Use pieces of my cage. Light them on that campfire over there.
You're not dead. I know, we saw the smoke.
Enough, Celia. Set the prisoner free.
This one deserves our gratitude, not our distrust.
Valdis' forces were on the verge of overwhelming us. I do not need to tell you of the cruelty they inflicted on our people.
What will stop this prisoner from going straight to Valdis and informing him of the sorry state of our defenses?
This one has killed too many Morden. Valdis would never welcome such a person back into his army. The Resistance is in desperate need of such a warrior. I ask you to put an end to this cruelty, Celia.
Very well. I can see no reason to restrain you further. Somehow, you have earned not only Amren's trust, but that of these two as well. Go to the Great Hall. There, you will find a sister named Tar. She will remove your ring, and she will give you your things. And your medallion.
You will now be more welcome in the village, I expect. Tar can help you on your first leg of the journey home.
Watch your step carefully, stranger. You know that I will.
I hear that I am to set you free. What a pleasure to be taking someone's ring off for a change. I imagine you've had quite enough of Celia. Here's what is left of your gear. Those engravings on your medallion are unusual. I've never seen anything like them.
Bite marks. Those are animal bites on the mercenary's arm.
What? Oh no. Step back. Don't touch me. Are you mad? Those animals carry the plague. The plague is raging through the island. By the fates, you have it. Anyone who is infected with it is transformed into a murderous creature. Animals carry the disease in their bite, and you have been bitten. It is only a matter of time now. Why would I create such a nightmare? Of course it's true. They say the Dark Wizards created the disease to lay waste to Valdis's enemies. They are Valdis's greatest weapons. They're hundreds of years old and beyond evil. Long ago, they turned to a form of magic so evil, it destroys those who use it. They are slowly dying. It is said that they even ingest Voldane to keep the black magic at bay, which tortures them. They are horrible creatures, and they use their own suffering to fuel the wicked magic they cast. It is no tale, for you live it. Please, you must leave before you infect. Many have hoped that. Some believe the stories about the healing properties of the sacred waters within the Elven Shrine. Others accept their fate and enter the exile colony. I will not quench the hope that burns in your breast, but be aware that many have tried to reach the shrine, and none have returned. Travel past the Morden Towers until you reach the Elven Ruins. You'll find the shrine there. There used to be a shorter route, but became overrun with the Haku, and we had to block it off. Take this vial. Use it to hold the Elven waters if you reach the shrine. Here are your things. Goodbye. I weep for your fate. It's you! How can it be? Then the cure works. How did it feel when you drank the waters? How did they taste? Then you are immune. The Elven waters have transformed you against all hope. And you saved us as well. There are so many dryads in the exile colony. Tell me it is not so. Dozens of infected sisters are living in exile. That will not be fast enough to save the infected. Oh, to come so close to the cure only to have it snatched away. Fate is cruel this day. Then you must share that water with the exile colony. The exiles never lifted a finger against you. They need you now. Imagine their suffering. You won't just stand by and let them die, will you?
Help me, young one. You have my thanks. Those sorrowful creatures were prepared to tear me limb from limb. It was my desire to help them. Alas, they were too far gone, and sought only my destruction. No longer. It is now a graveyard, my young friend. They began to transform just as I arrived. It was a painful and ghoulish sight. Be glad it did not happen in front of you. Now, what brings you this perilous way? That you have done, where they will find eternal peace in the shining shores beyond. For we who remain in the world of flesh and fire, I cannot say the same. Plague, in a sense, although that is too kind a word. I speak of Valdis. Ah, but Valdis is bent on something far more terrible than the power of rule, young friend. All living things have reason to tremble at his intent. It goes back to the story of Azunai and Zaramoth. Do you know it? Do you understand, my young friend? This was not just any sword or any shield. Strange and wondrous creatures forged those weapons of war. They were imbued with godly power. Power to change the course of history. This weapon has been found once again. It is now in the hands of a power-mad fiend, bent on fulfilling his own insane plans. Valdis believes that he is Zaramoth reborn, and he means to recreate the world according to his own perverse design. It is his goal to end this second age and bring about another end time. The end time is both an end and a beginning. It brings about the death of one age so that another age may be born. It cannot be compared to anything found in nature. The Sword of Zaramoth, forged by ancient beings in the First Age, still contains the power to alter all existence, but what you say is true, for the power is sealed within it. To fulfill his dark design, Valdis must hold the key to unlock it. That key is the Shield of Azunai, which he seeks even now. Not true. The Great Shield yet exists, but was broken into fragments and scattered across the face of the world. These fragments are known today and have a name. You may have heard it. They are referred to as the Aegis artifacts. Yes, and he took it from the Temple of the Coast, as well you know. You helped him attain it. I have eyes and ears in many places, my friend. It is what we scholars do, although I expect I have something of an edge. But in any case, you were there and took part? I would think that indeed, if I did not know the truth. There is more to you than meets the casual eye, my young warrior. You have a role to play yet in the warp and weave of events. There are many who wish to defy the will of Valdis. Resistance forces are everywhere. I shall keep you no longer. You were kind enough to help me, and so I will return the favor. The path off this island is easy enough. Simply continue beyond this point to reach the portal to the mainland. The way is now clear. However, you will have to pass through the Kithraya caverns to reach the portal, and that is easier said than done. Spoken in faith. That is good to hear. Safe travels to you, my young warrior. These items may help you on your way. Take them. I expect we will see each other again. Young warrior, you have made it safely through the caverns. I am relieved. Never mind that. I must reveal to you a terrible truth I have only now uncovered. Had I known earlier, I would never have sent you into the Kithraya caverns alone. Apparitions. You saw them then. Very few can see them at all, friend. You are a wellspring of surprises. Indeed they do. However, that plague is not a disease, brave friend. Those apparitions you saw possess living beings and transform them into slavering beasts, resulting in the permanent destruction of their minds. These lost souls were once warriors in Zaramoth's army. The shard you destroyed is one of the vessels used by the Dark Wizards to spread the trapped spirits across the land. Many apologies, young friend. It was only after I sent you to the caverns that I discovered in the remains of the Dryad exile colony the final clues that revealed the truth. Would that I had applied more haste. You need not have been endangered. They are the crystallized energy of the ley lines, each containing the spirits of the fallen warriors of Zeramoth's army. The Dark Wizards mine them using ancient magics and release the spirits across the land to inhabit any living creature capable of inflicting death and destruction. No, indeed they did not. As I have said before, there is more to you than meets the eye, young friend. You inspire me to study this further. Your desire is to return home, and I have no wish to stand in your way. Certainly you have earned your rest. So, you are assuming responsibility for the peace of your home. A rare trait. Yet this does not surprise me. Very well. There are resistance forces up ahead that need your help. Your home may well be lost if they do not prevail.
It has been an age since a living member of the tribe has breathed this shrine's air. It is good. Why, child, I am of the tribe of Azunai, as are you. The artifact is protected by a power that none formed of flesh may withstand, no matter how great they may be. Yet you hold it in your hands. Only one of true Azunite lineage can do so and live. I am a spirit. I have no cause to lie. Listen to your heart. You are descended from the mighty Azunites, as was your dear friend. The very same. He knew the truth about his heritage, and yours. It was not yet time for you to know. The blood of the Azunite mystics raced in his veins. He could gather glimpses of the future, and what he saw was dark indeed. He held his tongue because of this. The ascendancy of Voldis, the Morden spreading like a plague across the land, and hints of his own death. That is why he gave his medallion to you. Perhaps not, but he knew death was near. In giving his medallion to you, he was protecting our lineage. For as long as an Azunite possesses that object, our power still burns in this world. More than that, you are a direct descendant of Azunai himself. You have the blood of the Defender coursing through your veins. There is more to tell, but that must wait until I have cleared the way. See your journey through. Take the artifact to Windstone Fortress. The shadow of Voldis is upon it even now. The bowl is not a weapon as it is, true, but it carries your salvation. Go to Windstone Fortress. There is an Azunite vault inside. The vault contains a blue flame, the eternal fire of Azunai. Enter the vault, dip the bowl into the flames, and take it to the Temple of Zyria at the heart of the fortress. Have faith, my child. Windstone Fortress is the only thing that stands between Voldis and the Kingdom of the Northern Reach's western flank. There is a portal inside, guarded by a few brave soldiers. Now you must hurry. Voldis's power is growing even as we speak. You would do well to keep your thoughts focused on Voldis. That I cannot say. Take these items and meet me outside. I can help you reach the fortress. Resistance forces will be at the fortress. They need you. When I was mortal, Zaramoth cast his long shadow over the world. He meant to crush all of Arana beneath his heel, and he would stop at nothing to realize his ambition. He was a cruel and violent ruler, unfit to lead. Azunai knew this, and refused to submit to the power of Zaramoth and his dark wizards. Azunai was a great warrior, a champion of our people. He gave us the will to resist Zaramoth and his followers. I was a sorcerer in those days, and led an assault against Zaramoth's dark wizards. I was defeated, and would have been laid to rest peacefully, as was the tradition of the Azunites. However, I felt that was not my destiny, and chose instead to have my bones placed here, where I could manifest and speak to the living in times of need. Yes, the same immortal dark wizards who today cause so much sorrow. Their ambition was to seize control of the River of Souls beneath the earth. If they could control magic itself, they could control all of Arana. They thought that no one could stop them, but Azunai was a fierce leader. He rallied our tribe around him, and none of Zaramoth's cruelty could force us into submission. If we had prevailed, the world would be a different place today. Alas, the end time came, and our world nearly disappeared. But not completely, for the legacy of Azunai still continues. You are proof of that. It was crafted long ago. Its purpose is shrouded in mystery. But I do know that you must guard it with your life. It holds the promise of a new future.
Thank you for rescuing my men. Most of our spare gear is destroyed or unreachable, but we found this dusty key under a rock. I'm not sure what it opens, but perhaps you will find it useful.
By the shield! Is that the weapon? Well done, stranger. We may prevail after all. Ziria will surely be pleased if so many of our enemies fall in her temple. Aye, well, what can mere men do against such an invisible enemy? At least we had time enough to lock Sartan up. His constant raving about ghosts tells me that he is infected as well. The last thing we want is a maddened half-giant running loose.
Best stay at a body's length at the very least. You'd be surprised how far his reach is. Captain Dathry, sir, the explosives are in place.
The fuses are lit. Take cover! See if you can make your way forward to the temple. We will do what we can to hold this demon spawn back.
You have returned. Suspected as much. The elven heart is sensitive to such passings. He will be well mourned. This game of alliances is hellish to play. A single misstep can bring such terrible atrocities. Times have changed, my child. You have been away too long to see it, but our role in this war has weakened. At one time, Voldis sought our counsel. He has gone too far now. The power of the sword has consumed him, mind and soul. The tie is severed. Never will the elves bow to the whims of a madman. Valdis does not listen to reason now. He demanded the relic we have held within our shrine for generations. Even had he spoken courteously as he did once, I would not have given it to him. Still, it did not matter, as the princess had come and taken it already. Indeed, my child, you missed her by a few days. There was a precious relic, more dear than all the gold in Valdis's temples. Now that it is gone, I can tell you that the relic was the Aegis of Death. So, you have heard of this artifact. The Aegis are objects of great power. The princess pleaded with us to release the one we held, so that she could bring it to the safety of Snowbrook Haven and its full garrison. There, the heart of the Resistance wages war against Valdis's forces. With the Aegis, they may have the strength they need to crush his foul army. I could not refuse her. There is more at stake in this war than the safety of one small town. The princess and her royal guards carried the Aegis away on a caravan 3 days ago. It is safe for now. Its whereabouts are shrouded in a haze not even Amren is able to pierce. And while Valdis is traveling to the castle as well, he will not take the same road. Her Highness meant to go by the old ways through the forests. Still, I fear the Aegis will be vulnerable soon. You are no longer driven solely by your own needs, I see. I am proud of you. It seems this place is not the only thing that has changed. Their route was to the south across the bridge. Unfortunately, there's not much left of the bridge now. It has been all we can do just to keep the fires from consuming the town completely. They will not be extinguished by mundane means, I am afraid. Aye, she lives here still. Finola could perform that duty, were she not already occupied. She has taken it upon herself to travel to the Elenlu Isles. She means to activate the ancient Prism of the Elves and save this town. The Prism of the Elves was created by our ancestors. Isteru himself filled it with his own energy. It is to be used only in times of dire need, for its power will be greatly diminished long after its healing rains have ceased.
Look who's here. Your dear friend Valdis visited not too long ago. It was blood money you were earning from your so-called journey. How could you have fought side by side with the Morden? The very thought of those beasts turns my stomach. No, I'm going to find a way to put those fires out. We needed you here. All right, fine. If you can make it to the Elenlu Isles and activate the Prism of the Elves, you will be able to put out the fires. They are long gone from this part of the forest. The world is changing. The Isles are straight ahead. Do you still remember the way? If Isteru is smiling down on you this day, then the prism will still work. Then we too shall pass over the waters. Here, take this diagram, and this crystal. You will need them both to unlock the prism's magic. always that way. I confess I am amazed. Well, the bridge is fixed. You are free to go after the caravan if that is still your intent. South, Snowbrook Haven is 3 days' ride from here at a quick pace, but they were heavily laden with supplies for the Resistance. They will still be on the road through the forest. They have been up to their usual mischief no more. With the princess and 3 royal guards escorting the caravan, there should be little trouble. But the Vaikesh are not the weaklings they once were. You should take care if you plan to travel alone.
Foolish child! The Aegis belongs in the hands of those who can use it as it was intended. Do you really think such creatures as yourself are destined to control the end time? Do not presume that you have that knowledge or that power. You are a mere barbarian, doomed to a short lifespan and eternal darkness and death. Look into my face and know the truth. Your time has come.
Greetings, my young friend. You have become more powerful than I allowed myself to hope. I do not expect you to understand the ways of magic I command, but you should know that I have been guarding the fate of the Aegis for a very long time. Azunai's shield must be reforged. The fate of the world depends on it. The pieces must be brought together, and you now have one of them. This is not my role. If I could reforge the shield myself, I would have done so long ago. I must entrust that task to another. If you find a way to gather the other 3 Aegis, then the restoration of the shield becomes possible. But for now, young warrior, you must concern yourself with the princess. The princess is leading the resistance. Save her, or the revolution will be crushed, and this world's fate will be sealed.
Valdis' dark wizards have hidden her in the deepest level of the Azunite burial grounds, and that is where you will find both the princess and those ancient sorcerers, if you hurry. The princess is strong indeed, but the dark wizards are stronger. She will not last long under their interrogation. Quickly go through here. The entrance to this underworld lies in the ancient graveyard now called the Garden of the Ancients. Once inside the Azunite burial grounds, Work your way into their frozen depths until you reach the area known as the Azunite Catacombs. The princess is being held within the deepest chamber.
Leave us.
I suppose I owe you my thanks, although I could have handled those vultures well enough on my own. Aye, not fair at all. For them, I was merely biding my time, waiting for the right opportunity. They would have never taken what they wanted from me. Of that you can be sure. I am Eva, of the Northern Reaches. Aye, but I would die before letting the Dark Wizards have their way. True, they thought my captivity would halt resistance forces. However, the Dark Wizards also seek a powerful artifact in the Haven. I am the only one who can reach it, and they wish to know my secrets. Yes, the Aegis of Blindness. Is that what brings you this way as well? It is the Aegis I must consider now. One is safe within the Haven, but the other is being sent there by caravan. They should have passed by here already. I fear something terrible has happened. No! Has my impatience doomed us all? Jessic, my soldiers, the Aegis. Did you see what happened to the Aegis? You do? Oh, then you are a friend indeed. The Haven may yet stand against the Morden. Will you go there to protect my Aegis as well? Through here. The Morden army is attacking the Haven from the south, so you must enter from the north. Past this store is an exit from the catacombs. There is a pass over Snowbrook Mountain to the east. There, you will find an entrance to Snowbrook Haven. Listen, most of Snowbrook Haven is underground. Enter through the servants' quarters. Make your way to the throne room and search around the throne. There is a hidden compartment beneath it containing a key to unlock the Aegis. After that, find the commander. She's in charge of the resistance forces and will be glad to have any reinforcements.
Soldier, get over here! Who in the 8th Frozen Peaks are you? Well, I would like to stay alive long enough to enjoy that good news. Welcome, soldier. Clearly, you are competent. And I can use your hands. Those accursed beasts have us pinned. See if you can reach the top of the keep and kill them. Do not leave a single one standing, soldier. If you manage it, our surviving troops will be able to mobilize. Report back at the rear gate when they are destroyed. Here, these things might help you. Is this your first fight, soldier? The noise from those beasts has finally ceased, but I had hoped more of my troops would have survived. It will be a bloody task indeed for so few to hold out against Valdis's vast hordes. Come! Let's give those creatures a taste of their own poison! For punishment, are they not? We must hold this position. Morden troops are heading for our eastern wall, our weakest point. By the light of Zyria, we are spread too thin! You have got to get up there and deal with that wretched beast! A dragon is slow to die. There is a ballista on the roof that may give you the firepower you need, soldier. Cannot be! You killed the dragon single-handedly? You have the fight of 100 men in you! The Morden do not stand a chance!
Commander, look!
Take this key. It will unlock the door to the reliquary. Get the Aegis. Don't let any of us have it. Not even me.
Valdis has struck a fatal blow here, in the heart of the Resistance. I fear for this world, my friend. I can feel the power growing. It surges strongly beneath our feet. The age of Valdis is fast becoming an inevitability. You shall need that kind of fortitude in the days to come. You now hold half the shield. The destiny of the world is in your hands. Restore the shield of Azunai. Leave this castle. Travel to the town ahead. They too have a piece of the shield, although they may deny it. Do what you must to acquire it. Nothing is more important now.
Only those who created the shield can reforge it, young warrior. The Agolans.
So you think. But remember that until recently you thought the Asyanites were dead and gone. Take this stone to any portal. It will open the way to Calrathia. I only wish I could give you more. Godspeed.
Greetings.
State your business, stranger.
I'm the leader here. I'm sure you have seen stranger things in your day. Please, tell me how I can help you.
What? I have never heard of such a thing. There is nothing like that here. It is not here. Please leave us.
We heard how the Resistance forces fared at Snowbrook Haven. The Morden entered our town soon after. Many of our people have lost hope. Valdis is seizing control, and there is nothing we can do to stop him. Strange figures climb the slopes of Zeramoth's horns, and the night sky is filled with terrors. Valdis has reawakened the ancient powers in that mountain.
If we fought back, we would surely die. We are making the best of a bad situation. The Morden have seen fit to keep us alive, and I wish to keep it that way. Leave now if you know what's good for you.
Wait, there is something I must ask you.
My lord, let this stranger leave.
We need the help of one who has strength and courage. Can you assist us? The Morden have seized our water supply.
Sire, I beseech you no more.
They now control the source of our aqueduct. Morden Ganth Beast stands guard. We sent our best men there to slay the creature and restore our water supply, but they died in the attempt. Now we are too weak from thirst to form a proper assault. The Morden mean for us to die, I fear.
With all due respect, if they meant to kill us, they would have done so long ago. They merely want order and control. They will restore our water soon enough, once we have proven our allegiance to Valdis.
You put much faith in them. I do not share your faith, Kynos. Friend, will you help? Excellent. Kynos, send the order to open the aqueduct gate.
As you wish, my lord.
It is a brave and compassionate thing you are doing. You have my gratitude. Leave through the northern gate and follow the aqueduct through the desert to the water chapel. The cistern holding our water supply lies in the chapel's inner courtyard. If you can reach the valve and open it, our water should be restored, and we will be indebted to you.
What's this? I must report this to the chief immediately!
You have done what many could not. You've restored the water. We owe you a great debt.
You've signed our death warrants. The Morden will never stand for this.
And perhaps we were fools to stand for them and their murdering savage ways.
When the Morden first arrived, we had no hope. We had heard news of Valdis reawakening the dark things at Zeramoth's horns. We had heard of towns like ours falling to the Morden in flames. And so we trembled and bowed before them. But we do not need to be so cowardly. This stranger has shown us that it is possible to defy the Morden. And defy them we must, or die trying.
It is good to hear life in your voice again, Taruth. I think the time has come to stand up against this tyranny. I see it in their eyes now. The people are ready to fight. You have the heart of a lion. Allow us to borrow your courage. If you are willing to go to the Morden and distract them, we shall have the time we need to rebuild our forces. If we succeed,
We may be able to help you find the Aegis.
My lord speaks too freely.
There was a time when speaking freely was a right we held proudly.
Kynos, I share your concern, but we cannot ask our people to submit any longer. They are no longer willing. They deserve a better fate, one they can carve themselves.
My lord, do not be hasty. Valdis is a sensible man. I am sure he will deem it wise to treat his subjects well. Remember, these are times of war.
You are asleep, Kynos. Wake up. Valdis has caused this war.
To Ruth, keep a respectful tone for my advisor, if you will. In any case, it is decided. Will you help us one last time? Travel through the eastern gate to the Morden city of Darthrul, and speak to the chief there. He will be suspicious, but your presence will surely distract him long enough for us to gather our forces. You will have some time.
Do not make things worse for us, stranger. Step lightly and watch what you say.
I look forward to our next meeting. Kynos, have our men open the main gate.
Yes, my lord. I hope you will not ruin things for all of us.
Bah! We are with you.
Oh! Who goes there? Foolish maggot! You really think I would allow the likes of you to lay eyes on our chief? I would not dare insult him so! What? How did you get in here? That is to be expected during a time of war, maggot. Their lives are of little consequence. You must be the mangy cur who killed my Ganth. I raised you from a pup. You have signed your death warrant, fool!
You have returned.
No!
Their chief is gone. They won't have another for at least a day. The advantage is ours. We must strike now.
Think what you are saying, fool! Once you raise arms against the Morden, death is inevitable. My lord, we may be able to repair this situation before it is too late. We must go to the Morden, throw ourselves on their mercy, tell them that this stranger does not speak for us.
This one does speak for us, and all those who hate the Morden occupation.
Kynos, you must choose courage over prudence. Taruth has a plan.
We have been stockpiling supplies for months and honing our skills in secret. We will don our armor and fall on the filthy curs all at once. They are complacent and will not expect a surprise attack from all directions. We are ready. You need only give the word, my liege.
You fool! Valdis and his Morden have not conquered half the land by chance. Do you really think he is unaware of your preparations? He and his dark wizards can see all. Your rebellion will be over before it can begin. Have you so quickly forgotten the reports we received from Aman'Lu?
I am not asking your permission, Kynos. The time is now. We must strike.
Taruth is right. And, if you will, we need your help one more time if this rebellion has any hope of succeeding. Speak with Taruth to get started. Help us clear the town of Morden.
I leave to rouse the town. Follow me, and we shall spill some Morden blood tonight. It has begun. Morden have fallen back before us.
For how long? More will come. Do you realize what you've done?
I know what we did not do. We did not lay down and die like dogs. We stood and we fought like men. Free men. This thing you seek, have you seen it before? Those artifacts repel those who try to acquire them for selfish reasons. Your heart must be pure, and so I will give this to you.
Sight!
The Aegis of Sight. It is yours, as it was meant to be. Now you need only find the fourth piece, but I must warn you, the Dark Wizards possess it now.
How do you know these things?
I do not tell you everything, Kynos. I suspect it is to keep it from you, my friend. Then you must travel to the mines of Cataract, beyond the Morden city of Darthrul. The entrance is protected by a cluster of magical statues. You have to destroy them if you are to enter.
And if you're going to reach them, you will need this. I took it from one of the Morden, right after I tore out his heart. I'm not sure where it goes exactly, but it seems likely to be linked to a teleporter within the Morden's territory.
It was good fortune that brought you to us. We will forever be in your debt.
You are a fool to think that this will turn out well.
Ready the blast! Fire in the hole! Ready to move on!
Adonai, you live wrapped in new flesh. Zaranath built a good world, a strong world. Who were you to oppose it? You and your kind could have been spared much suffering. You wish nothing more than destruction. It is clear you must die for the good of this world. Yes, Master.
You? How can it be? You should be dead! None can withstand the power of the Dark Wizards! Azunite? Liar. The Azunites are no more than a memory. What are you planning? I am capable of more than you know. Lord Calrathia is dead. See for yourself, he is laid out in his room.
You have returned. I am not quite dead yet, as you can see. I do not know. I can guess. There are those who wish me ill, my friend. Alas, Mage Nora herself has tried. It is too late for me now, but it is not my fate that matters. Listen closely. I don't have much time. You have all the pieces of the shield now, but not the means to reforge it. The ones you seek are the Agalan Giants. The Agalan Giants have been here since the foundation of the world, and were here when Zeramoth and Azunai clashed long ago. They know the sad history of this world, and only they, the ones who created the shield, can reforge it high in their mountain peaks. But first, you must make your way to them, possible only if you are able to conquer their trial. Go to Kynos. You will see that this is the only way and will help you. He has a key you will need to enter the trial. Take it to the fountain in the center of town. You do Azunai proud, my friend. Of all his descendants, it is you in whom we place our hope. Because the blood of the Azunites flows through my veins as well. I saw it the moment I laid eyes on you. Ah, the shining shores beckon. Go now, and let the final battle be a good one.
A very sad sight, I'm sure. Why? So that you can traipse off to the Agalan Giants and wreak even worse havoc on this hapless world? You think so? What makes you think that reforging the accursed shield won't simply bring more violence and destruction? You know nothing! Hand over those Aegis! Now!
What have you done? Dead, how? When I left him, he was in perfect health, making plans with Kynos to send aid to Aman Lu. I suppose anything is possible in these times. It is hard to believe that Kynos would harm the boy. He has always been so protective of him, to excess even. Though of late he has behaved strangely, ever since the Morden took us by surprise. Alas, the young lord had no heir. I will do my best to keep things in order here until a new lord can be chosen. I confess I shall shed no tears for Kynos. Ah, he told you about the trial then. If rumors are true, there lies a vast network of tunnels and strange devices beneath the streets of Calrathia. If one conquers the trial, one is granted access to the refuge of the Agalan Peaks, where the Agalans themselves live to this very day.
This is a test created by the Agalan Giants to ensure that only those with the strongest of wills and the greatest of intellect may reach them. You are to restore the flow of water into the central cistern. In doing so, you will activate the magic of the Agalan statues and raise up pieces of a walkway. When all 4 pieces have been raised, you will be able to reach the doorway behind me and journey to the Agalan Peaks. have done well. The way to the Agalan Peaks is now open. My time here is coming to an end. May the fates be with you, young warrior.
You have arrived. Never thought we, another Azunite, would we meet. We fashioned the shield once, and it ushered in the end of an age. For you to request it again, that portends a dark future indeed. Zeramoth too asked me for help. He sought power, savage power, with which he could rule the kingdoms of the world unchallenged, but I saw into his black heart and turned him away. And so to his kin did Zeramoth go. The Utgards who were like us, and not. Giants as we, but of a different seed, a different lineage. They sought to encompass the world in fire, and so in their wayward child Zeramoth did they see a means to achieve their goal. And thus they did forge a very dark sword. And into this sword did they feed their very souls. And so we fashioned the shield for Azunai to restore the balance of power. But the sword, that dark cursed blade, was the stronger. It shattered our shield and so shattered the world.
Valdis was once like you. Little thought did he hold for his destiny. One day, after rousing from a profound illness, he spoke of visions in the night. They led him to the far mountains, where he rediscovered Zeramoth's horns. And there he found the sword, lost for centuries. The Utgards are seeking a new age of war through this human, and have convinced him that he is Zeramoth reborn.
And have history repeat itself, child? Were the shield to meet the sword, the same would happen. And this age and all that you know would come to an end. By the Maker, what is that you are holding? That medallion. What do you see, Liraldum? It is the Lost Fragment. The Lost Fragment. The final ingredient needed to perfect the shield. It was lost to us those centuries ago, when first we forged the shield for Azunai. If this is true, then all is changed. Grant us the medallion, young warrior, and we will forge it with the pieces into the shield as it should have been 1,000 years ago. There is no turning back now. When you take the shield, your clash with Valdis will be inevitable. The one you seek lies in the mountain beyond this gate. You must battle your way to the top, where he will be waiting.
The fight will be fierce, of that you can be sure. But there is something that may aid you. During the struggles of the last age, a party was sent into the very horns of Zeramoth. This group of fighters performed their duty, and successfully set a number of Agalan obelisks into the very stone of the mountain.
Stone pillars enchanted with the strongest magic we possess. They cannot be moved nor destroyed once placed. The shield alone can harness their power by being nearby. You do not need to equip it. We will break the seal. Your path is set. Elandir the Agalan bows before you, young hero. This world has seen few like you.
thirst for destruction is powerful. You would impose your will on the world. You are not so different from Valdis. You could have joined with him and basked in the glory of the new age of Zaramoth. That mistake cost you your life. Now I will avenge my wizards.
Impudent brat. To think you once served me. You could have continued to serve me as my personal slave when I took my rightful place as ruler of this world. You are a fool to think you can challenge me. The lands are mine. I have already won. History promises us nothing. Your life is over. The shield belongs to me!
You have done very well, young hero. It was your destiny to arrive at this hour, and I am pleased that you have not let me down. This world will thank you for the rebirth your hard work has brought about. Your role in this battle is ended. The shield belongs to me. It is time for you to go home, my young friend. You have earned the right to spend your final hours with your own people. I cannot.
He must do as his master instructs him. And that master is Voldis.
I am afraid that I am not quite what I appeared to be, my friend. Alas, my means and their purposes are difficult to explain, and there is no more time.
The Ash unites, forever undone by their trusting natures and foolish ideas. Now, prepare the shield. It is time!
Aye, the hour has come at last. Valdis, you know what to do.
we?
It is complete.
What are you saying? You planned this?
As I have already said, my means and purposes are difficult to explain. Valdis, your time of rule is over. This age does not belong to you. It never did. It was meant to be mine from the very beginning.
This age is mine! What have you done to my sword? Speak, you fool! Obey the command of Zeramoth Reborn!
Idiot. It was I who placed that notion in your feeble brain. It was I who led you to the ancient battlefield to discover the sword to begin with. You, Zeramoth Reborn, the very idea.
I will kill you! With my bare hands! I am Zeramoth! My visions do not lie!
You have seen nothing that I did not wish you to see. You are a pawn, nothing more. I no longer have use for you, my young hero. Kill this imposter. It is within your power at last.
You are the cause of this! Die!
No, you cannot. That much I have learned after 1,000 years of study, and for the same reasons, I cannot kill you. Not here. Not now. You and I maintain the balance, warrior. If the balance is upset, the world will indeed be destroyed, never to recover again. You are very special, you see. I'm surprised you have not realized it yourself. It matters not. This age had to end for my restoration to be complete, warrior. All that matters is that the sword and shield have met, and the end time will usher in a new age. My age. Do not be afraid. I will not fail to reward those who have earned a place in it. It has begun. I can feel it. My destiny is complete. Yours awaits you through that portal. Fare thee well, legacy of Azunai. We will meet again when the time is right.
Look, I know he's not himself right now, but...
Enough. We cannot tolerate this. The rogue mage will be dealt with before anyone else gets hurt.
Stop! Wait, please! Not the way I imagined we'd meet. I'm Burke. I heard you arrived late last night. Sorry if we woke you. Sorry if the arguing woke you up. It's my brother, Canred. There's something wrong with him. He's gone mad and he's hurt people. I think the Dryads are gonna kill him. Look, you're the one who killed Valdis. Canred always wanted to meet you. Maybe if you talk to him, he'll snap out of it.
Sorry!
You! What are you doing? This is a Dryad matter. Your interference is not welcome. Go back to the outpost.
Did you find Kenred? Were you able to help him? No. I know you did what you could. Still, I wish. That blasted tutor! I knew there was something off about him from the first! And to think we let him get away! Again! While you were gone, that Grandmaster Mage came here. Same one who tutored Canred. Had the nerve to ask if there were any mages who needed tutoring among us. We chased him off! Aye, he did seem to be the scholarly type. Looked like someone you could trust. I'd like to see that Grandmaster Mage answer for what he did to Canred. Somehow he went through one of the cave entrances that Canred sealed up. Did something to it with his staff. And he was able to pass through. Maybe Canred's staff works that way too. Here, let's put the pieces together. Try using it at that cave. Near the Dryad Bridge, at the northern edge of the Blighted Hills. Canred's staff should hold up well enough. Don't try bashing anything with it. Just pass it through the magic. See what happens.
My young friend, it is good to see you again. I hope you've had a productive year since we last met. Scholar? That old disguise is no longer necessary. I am the Overmage of the Cimbri, and I will return my people to Arana. Do you really think all of our efforts were for Valdis' so-called glory? He served his purpose well, but he was never meant for greatness. But you are special. Together we brought about the end time. And together we will greet my people when they come back to Arana for the first time in 1,000 years. Now that is the image of glory. Dark Wizard, eh? A ridiculous name used to frighten naughty children. I am a Cimbri, and Arana is our promised land, our sanctuary. Those mages came to me seeking power. I only gave them what they deserved. Still filled with self-righteous arrogance, I see. It is misguided. I have always treated you fairly, encouraged your talents. You and I are on the same side, and we still have the same goal. You accepted that before. Why do you resist it now? Nonsense. Arana has not been destroyed. Changed, yes, but that was necessary. My people require Arana as it once was, before your ill-fated ancestor commissioned his puny shield. Come now, have some foresight. Imagine Arana as a land of plenty.
where everyone is content, and nightmares are a thing of distant memory. Work with me, and together we will create a far brighter future for all of Arana. You won't allow it? You actually believe that you can stop me? Such arrogance is unbecoming in a youngster. I'm sure you want the best for your friends. But think of Arana's future. Peace is worth a little suffering, as you know very well. This debate solves nothing. There's only one outcome. Join me. You are beginning to try my patience. The elves refused to accept my wisdom, and so they fell before my might. As will you, if you continue to defy me.
I never expected to see you here, of all places. You're not exactly someone we ever wanted to see again. No offense. We're always in great danger from one direction or another. Not even the Overmage can catch us unaware. Not anymore. If that's all, I have work to do. We sealed the road to Aman'Lu. Nasty creatures were coming through there. We were getting overwhelmed. Warden Celia could open it for you, but she's out taking care of another rogue mage. You'll have to wait. That attitude is exactly why you're not welcome here. You think that just because you claim to be sorry, I'll take orders from you? A soulless mercenary? You'll wait right here for Celia to return, and then she can decide what to do with you. That does make some sense, I suppose. This doesn't mean I trust you, you know. But if you're right, and the outpost is in real danger, I can't take that risk. Celia's hunting the rogue mage north of here, in the mountains. The area's been sealed off to protect the outpost. There's a statue at the doorway. Give it the password, peace and order, and it will let you through. Once through the door, you'll just have to look around for Celia. She could be anywhere in the general vicinity. And if you've lied to me, I'll personally track you down and teach you a lesson you won't soon forget.
No one is permitted past this point without permission from Warden Celia or Sentinel Kirani. You may pass.
What are you doing here, mercenary? You have interfered enough. Oh no! We've worked too hard for you to screw things up again. I've been far too lenient on you in the past, but no longer. What? The Overmage? What did he do to the outpost? And are you trying to tell me that this crazed man was really the Elder of Aman'Lu? Agreed. Aman'Lu is where you belong. The elves will likely welcome your help. This is unfortunate timing. We were nearly ready to begin the next phase. Our great leader must be told. The great leader of the Dryad race, mercenary. The great leader is a visionary, a prophet, and the one who will lead us to our destiny. When we complete our mission, we will restore peace and order to all of Arana. We will take our rightful place as the leader of all the races, and none will be able to deny it. I don't expect a soulless barbarian like you to understand. That is a necessary component of the plan. Enough questions! Meet me just north of the outpost, across the bridge, and I'll open the way to Aman'Lu. What took you so long, mercenary? I'll open the path to Amanlu if you still want to go there. But you're a fool to try. That place is a mess. And we're not going to come in and rescue you if you get into trouble. The chosen servants of the Overmage are in that cave. They're immensely powerful, and they seem to feed on pain and strife. They overwhelmed 2 squads, and would have destroyed our outpost had we not sealed off this passage. You may have defeated Valdis, but you'll still die to a blade in the back, just like everyone else. So you say. I'll warn our great leader in Solanum of the Dark Wizard's activities. I hope you reach Amanlu safely, mercenary. Though the next time we see you, you'll probably be a bound minion. If so, we'll kill you quickly.
I'm surprised to see you here. Tired of gallivanting across Arana so soon? Nice of you to remember your old hometown. Or what's left of it, anyway. What? Surprised to see the results of your own handiwork? You released the Overmage upon the world, and caused all of this destruction. We were using our vision to watch your battle with Valdis. When the sword broke, a magical shockwave raced across Arana. The Elders were able to save the rest of us from the worst of it, but they sacrificed their lives in the process. Our vision was burned out of us. We've lost everything. We can't all be heroes, as strong and cold and merciless as you. The elves lack the will to do much more than simply survive. We can barely hold this tiny patch of town as it is. It's as if the very appearance of the familiars has caused us to forget who we were, and who we can be again. The familiars are our ancient enemy. They nearly bested us once. And now that we're so crippled, they'll probably win this time. It doesn't help that they keep attacking us with our own people, transformed into twisted abominations of their former selves. The familiar surgeons create the bound minions, and anyone who goes past the gates is fair game for their cruel instruments. Few are brave enough to risk that sort of end. Destroying the surgeons would be welcomed, yes. Still, I cannot guarantee we will help you, or that you'll even find us of any use. The will of the elves is broken. The surgeons seem to be coming from the west, beyond what's left of the western Vylutra forest. The writings of the Crimson Hunters say that when the familiars came before, they preferred underground places. From the number of bound minions we've come across, that seems to be accurate. Driangel told me of your success. It's good you found her, although it seems that her experiences haven't given her much drive for vengeance. A Dryad pillar was used by the familiars? Then it would seem the Dryad's great leader is involved as well. We knew he was channeling all of Arana's magic to one place, but not that he was sending it to the familiars. Perhaps he doesn't know that Dryads, as well as elves, are being made into bound minions. Yes, he appeared after the second cataclysm. It's not all that surprising. After all, The females were created during the first one. We were surprised at how readily they followed him, though. He thinks that consolidating all of Arana's magic will restore peace and order. Giving it to the familiars will restore peace only because there'll be nobody left to fight them. Not even the Dryads can resist them. I'm sorry, but I won't be able to convince the elves to help you. There are a few who would be willing, but most would not. Truthfully, we are no longer able to do much more than sulk behind our walls. You'll have to fight this battle on your own. I'm sorry, old friend. I did warn you not to count on us. You should not speak of abandoning wisdom. It was not so long ago that you left Aman-Lu to join the ranks of Valdis' army. Yes, Aman-Lu may fall. We have known this since the day the sword shattered. If the elves are to survive the coming of the Sindri, we must focus on our own affairs. Yes, that would be best. I'll open a portal to Solanum for you.
Gather closer, my children. It is time. Our efforts have prepared Arana for a new era of peace and prosperity. Even the elves will look up to the Dryads with reverence and respect. Only one task remains. Pass through the portal. Our new city awaits.
My lord, wait. The mercenary should be punished for meddling in our plans.
Do not concern yourself with the mercenary, Celia. Our young friend will soon realize the consequences of interfering. I will see you on the other side. Go!
Yes, my lord.
You should not be here. Celia is correct. You are becoming a hindrance, and I will tolerate it no longer. My people will return to Arana. It is our right, and I will be redeemed. Your path ends here.
By the sun's light, who are ye? Who are you? How did you get here? You're from the world above. I'm called Stonebeak. This here is Glory Deep Enclave. We're the slaves of Glory Deep Mine. Nobody comes here. How did you get in? What? Nobody in their right mind would choose the life of a slave. We're forced to work until we die, or get turned into abominations by the familiar surgeons. What did they think we've been doing down here all these years? Aye, we're just rolling in gold and gems. And you know, the overseers are so generous with their coin. Tell me, how did you get here? No, the Overmage has not visited us in years. He spends his time in the Sinbury city. The bridge is to the east, at the entrance to the city proper. It's been disconnected since we finished the work in the city, but we can extend it. Meet me there once you've dealt with the overseers. You've done it! The overseers will never be rising again. The dwarves are free! Aye, of course. When you cross over, work your way into the inner city. The gateway chamber is far to the east of here, right in the city centre. That is where it's becoming Zaramath reborn, and opening the portal for his people.
Even a child could understand the virtue of my task, and I have been more than patient. You are persistent, but blind. I seek to restore order to this world, yet you insist on hunting me down. You have interfered enough. Only the short-sighted could view me as a monster. Put aside your wounded pride for a moment and look at the bigger picture. My purpose is noble. My actions are just. You may think me a villain, but history will remember me as a hero. Everything I have done has been necessary for the greater good. In your heart, you understand this. You seek to stall me, but your own choices have revealed your true feelings. You watched my dryads gather the energy I needed, and you did nothing. You allowed yourself to be distracted by the elves' melodrama. You wasted your time rescuing my dwarves. Now, because you were unable to see the big picture, I will become Zeramoth Reborn, and you will die. I did what was necessary to prevent interference. The second cataclysm weakened the prison in which the familiars were sealed. It was a simple thing to release them. Their hatred of the elves made them the perfect allies. Soon, with the power my dryads have gathered in this place, and the sword in my hand, I will fuse Zeramoth's soul to mine. We will become one, and his power will become mine. You could have stood beside me and claimed a title within my new world. But instead, your name will be lost to history. The Dryads have gained much more than they lost. I needed their connection with magic to gather Arana's power here. But in return, I gave them dignity and respect. They will always have a place of honor in my world. And now they have the tools to truly flourish. The Dryads were born from the blood of Zeramoth, and they will be my chosen people. Why do you think they flock to me so gladly? They have embraced their noble heritage, and will make fitting servants for Zeramoth Reborn. The myth of Zeramoth Reborn is a lie propagated by the elves because they are afraid of the truth. Open your eyes. Most of Arana's myths and legends are as real as you and I. Zeramoth's sword contains the souls of an entire race, the Utgards, as well as the soul of Zeramoth himself. The true story has been hidden from you, child of the elves. It was us, the Simbri, who taught Zeramoth how to forge his weapon. It was our work, our cunning, our blood that gave him immortality. And in return, he bequeathed Arana to us for all eternity. Azunai and his wretched shield ruined it all. When he caused the first cataclysm, all but a handful of the Simbri and Arana died. Our city, this city, was buried. The gateway to our homeland closed. But worse, Arana's magic was distributed across the land, making it impossible to concentrate the amount needed to right what had happened. But no longer. With Zeramoth's powers, I will undo the wrongs we have suffered. The Simbri will regain our rightful place, and I will be redeemed! Very well. It seems there's no further way to delay you. The ritual is almost complete. The hour of your death is at hand. Young fool! You are too late! Again, you underestimate my power! My destiny is complete! Behold! Zeramoth Reborn!
impossible! I am Cerebos! I cannot fail! Not again!
What happened? Is he dead? Where are my sisters? I don't know what... I will know how to thank you one day. But now, all I feel is pain and loss. The Cataclysm left us completely destroyed. When the Great Leader appeared, we found hope. But now again we are lost. Where will we go? What do we do now? I will try. Will you help?